Welcome to Breakup Cheater, where betrayal bleeds into truth, where love's warmth turns ice cold, and where every story cuts deeper than the last. Here we don't just tell you what happened. We make you feel it. When trust breaks, it doesn't always explode. Sometimes it slips away in silence, until the only thing left is the truth staring you in the face. The message came at 7:08 p.m. sharp, glowing on my phone like a beacon I didn't want to see. Working late. Don't wait up. Love you. It was from my wife, Hannah. I stared at it far longer than necessary. Not because I doubted her words, but because I didn't. That was the problem. It was too believable. Her office was only 20 minutes away. I hadn't planned to go anywhere. My tie was already tossed onto the coffee table, my dinner reheating in the microwave. The apartment was warm, the hum of domestic comfort wrapping around me. But somewhere deep behind my eyes, something tightened. Familiar pressure. The kind of instinct you don't ignore if you've learned the hard way. 10 minutes later, I was in the elevator of her office building. 1 minute after that, I was standing outside her door. It wasn't locked. Not even closed. Just cracked open. As if the scene inside had been waiting for me to step into it. The hallway was still. No footsteps. No voices. Just the low hum of fluorescent lights and the cold electric air of something about to break. I pushed the door open. There she was. Hannah, sitting on her desk, her legs parted, her lips locked with Ethan, her department manager. His hand on her thigh. Her fingers tangled in his hair. No gasp. No scrambling to explain. No stammered apologies. I didn't say a word. Didn't slam the door. I just stepped back, pulled it shut softly and left. By the time I got home, the locks were changed. Every shared bank account frozen. Her number blocked. That should have been the end. But endings, like people, rarely behave. She didn't come home that night. Didn't call. Didn't text. As if she already knew. Or maybe she was waiting, expecting me to explode, to beg, to fight for her. She underestimated me. The next morning, I stood at the upstairs window as a dark sedan pulled into the driveway. Ethan's car. Hannah stepped out, looking at the door like it was foreign territory. She stood there for a full minute before realizing the keys wouldn't work. She didn't look up at the window. Didn't try the door twice. She just froze. And in that moment I understood something. It wasn't just that she had cheated. She'd left me long before that kiss. The affair was just the symptom. The rot had started far deeper. I saw the signs now in reverse. The skipped dinners, the sudden silence around her phone, the way she dressed for conferences she never used to attend. But I needed more. Not to save the marriage. That corpse was already cold. But to understand the anatomy of her lie. I started small. I cloned her phone. Every text, photo and GPS ping came to me in real time. Turns out, this wasn't new. It had been going on for 9 months. While I was booking anniversary dinners, she was booking hotel rooms. Always the same one. Room 312. I called the hotel, gave Ethan's name, and asked for an invoice. The clerk didn't hesitate. Then I found it. The email she forgot to delete. I can't keep lying to him, but I need to wait until the promotion comes through. He still pays the mortgage. Strategic. Cold. Calculated. She had a plan. And I wasn't part of it except as a wallet. I printed everything. Emails, receipts, toll records. Filed them neatly into a manila folder labeled in thick black ink. Closure. I didn't tell her I knew. I didn't give her the satisfaction of confrontation. I let her stew. Locked out, frozen out, stripped of power. Revenge, I learned, isn't rage. It's patience. 3 days later she came to me. I was sitting in a small cafe across from her office. She walked in alone, no makeup, hair unbrushed, looking like someone who had run out of excuses. Please, her voice cracked. I didn't invite her to sit. I just slid the folder across the table. She opened it. Her hands shook. The color drained from her face, page by page. When she reached the email, she closed her eyes. I didn't. You're not sorry, I said quietly. You're caught. That was all. I stood, left the folder and walked away. The next day, her boss received a courier package. Anonymous sender. No return address. Inside, a detailed timeline of the affair. Printouts of their emails on company time. Hotel records from every meeting in room 312. And one yellow sticky note. Promote her now. She's earned it. He didn't. She lost both the promotion and the job. A week later, she showed up at our old apartment. She screamed at the door, begged through the cracks. I watched from inside. Silent. Eventually I walked away. 'Cause people think heartbreak is loud. That it smashes things, shouts, throws fists at walls. But real heartbreak is colder than that. Quieter. It sits at dinner alone and never once glances at the empty chair. I buried the marriage without a funeral. No closure talk, no final goodbyes. Just silence she'll never break. She thought love made me weak. She was wrong. Made me patient. Made me dangerous. Well, I'm free. And she's still standing outside a door that will never open again. Sometimes the cleanest revenge is leaving them locked out of a life they once owned. Not with shouting, not with violence, but with silence. You've just heard another tale from Breakup Cheater, where silence can be deadlier than screams, and endings aren't always the end. Subscribe, stay in the shadows, and wait for the next story. It's already closer than you think.